it's important when we do this, I will cut. When we work with the shoulder, he needs to be on target for this. Before we were working off target, now he really needs to be on target for these moves. What I want you first of all is just to explore movement. So your right foot forward, he comes in. Yes, just with the feet. Just with the feet first of all. Okay, left side. Okay, just moving on. Okay, right side. Left side left. Okay. Okay, left side. You see, so I've done 4 different footworks. Yeah? So what we should want you to explore, right foot, left foot, left foot, going to the right, going to the left. You can memorize stuff, but also you can just try and explore what's possible. If you find your partner's working too fast with you, you can also slow it down a little bit. Okay, so right foot. Okay, right foot to the other side. Left foot to the left side. Left foot to the other side. And there are many more. Yeah? So these are examples of possible movements. So I just want you to blend and explore different ways of moving left and right, from right and left hand. Just see what comes up. When I clap my hands, you really change roles. Hi, with a partner. Number one, you really find the back, you really assist that we come to this point here, and then you would cut there. Yeah? And in a way, this makes complete sense because for him, this, if you think about it, I'm facing someone. It doesn't make, it's not an attack now because I'm drawing back into the body and then I'm coming forward. So this is not an attack form. This is a training form to train the body in the dynamic of the hip and to balance back and front, and that I'm not always in front like this. But once you have that, it becomes the attack becomes like this. Here, I don't reach all the way back now. I don't draw my foot, and I don't attack you like this. This is Suburi work. Okay, what I do now is just simply move forward at the same time. Also, the sword comes to this place here. It doesn't reach all the way back now. Yeah? Okay, it's just this. Just that. A lot of you now are doing this. Again, the sword is moving and then you're stepping. But this is way too slow. So you need to have the sense that you're going to release everything in one go. Yeah? So when the sword is moving, I'm moving all together. Yeah? And just get above the head with the hand. Yeah? But you don't need to reach down the back now. That's the really work. Yeah? I try again. So now bring the hand. So your tegatana, hand blade, hand sword, try and really make this one thing with his attack. When he comes in, this. Yeah? It doesn't matter what you do. But the idea is you're able to blend with the hand and this. Whatever you do, whether you grab him or whether you strike, doesn't really matter. This feeling. Yeah? Okay? This. Okay, another point what you want to do is with the back hand, the other hand doesn't do this. You can hold like that. Yeah? Okay, so you need to also take the front hand, you're going to try and the back hand will go by the back. Yeah? For kihon. Yeah? Okay, so the hands are related. The hands are related. Doesn't matter what you do. Yeah? In terms of movement. Yeah, so grabbing, punching, striking, the dynamic is the same. And be careful with that back hand. I try that. Keep in motion. Yeah? That's going the other way. Okay, so he needs to not just stay close to me, he needs to clear the space. Finally. And then when just get out of the way for the moment, that's all. Now, I don't want to get this close that I'm here. If that's the case, he just drops the weapon aside. It's too close, yeah? So there needs to be a certain distance. This is too far. This is too far. Now, there. This is the edge point. Yeah? So, just try and get through. Yeah? So what I'm doing is I'm looking at it, but I'm listening to his footwork. So ideally I want to catch him between steps. And that's when he can hardly move at that moment. So in a way, if you can see his feet without looking at them, and see the rhythm of his movement, then you can catch him out between steps, and it's quite difficult. What he needs to do is deny that to me. Yeah? Change yours. So you're going to do one. So make it count. Don't hit your partner. Yeah, but you've got one chance and then change yours. Yeah? So the distance is really where the fingers can brush it. You don't want to be this close, and this is too far for the attacker. So basically this. He attacks, then with him, straight away to the side. Take the hand. So the hand and the sword together. Okay? Straight away offline. Take him off center. So you're in front of your center straight away with that first move. Come onto the weapon. So take your time, make sure that you're really locking to each other at this point here. Yeah, straight away off. Yeah? Your footwork should be in that direction. There. Arc. Don't look at your partner. Let's see your partner. Yep. Change partner. Go ahead. Talking like this. In the same direction. But the key point is that allow you to really draw the hip out. So he comes in. In this situation here, as you do this motion here, draw the hip towards you. But you do this with the hip. Boom. Like that. Yeah? A lot of you are in the middle of the motion deciding to reach for a grab and a pull. But again, trying to get the hips together. So it's not this. Like that. See, that's not really going to work. So you're getting the upper body. So slow the attack down and really blend here. So it's a difficult way to try and do it from the hips in the center instead of doing it from the upper body. Here. That should be in the movement. Versus outside of the movement. Yeah? That's right. Now when I do this technique, it's this from the ground. But if I'm in this situation here, mechanically speaking, the ground is very weak. Yeah? I can't, then what happens is I have to do extra movements. But try and feel that foot goes right there. Yeah? So again, try and use the ground as a source of power through the hips into the hands. So it's slow to see if you can get a feel into it. So here, okay? Use this. That foot all the way through. And then you're not trying to do this. No, that doesn't work. Yeah? I try again. So, let's say he goes into being heavy. Then actually I'm sitting outside of the center, so I use the ground. Jesus, it's still not working. Still. But I need this. So I need something to sit on his center. So also he feels power. All of a sudden he feels like something's happened and he's lost his power. So for the black belts, let's experiment with that kind of disturbance of the center. Here I'm actually outside. Everything's right, but he's not really going to go. So what I need is that. Now I can't explain what that is, but it does make a difference if you look for something. So there's a moment where, as Ruki, I'll feel that, okay, I'm solid, and it's just, even on the right arc, it's just going here. Versus all of a sudden something's happening. And then I've lost my power. Yeah? Now that's what you want to look for, really. Yeah? It's very subtle. You see it? Well, maybe you don't see it, but try and look for it. Yeah? When it works, it really works. I try that. This is more for the black belts. The ones generally the outside are easier first, and then the other side they're more difficult. So we'll just stay with the outside for the moment. So here. Oh! Here. Just that. Okay? for the beginners, do a little slow. Hizukemi. Okay, enters here. Okay, now when I come around here and do this movement, he takes a step, and I release him, and he just takes a forward roll. Make sure you don't land on your shoulder, but your hand is actually protecting you. So here, here. Now this, take a step, this hand. Yeah? If you keep holding the sword, there's a chance that you'll land on your head or your shoulder. So make sure that as you fall, moving in. Hand over. Yeah, change partners. I'll go straight in. Yeah? This will be a different movement. I'll just cut straight across. Yeah? But if you try and do that too soon, you get the timing when you get the hand cut. Yeah? Okay, so this is kind of a specific movement. Okay, but so just keep it in this movement. For the seniors, if you want to try that, yeah? Okay, try and do it like this. Just becomes a double circle and you just cut straight in. Yeah? But you make sure that you don't get hit. Alright, try that. Wherever you want. Okay, left foot. Here basically just that's what you need to be doing. The elbow is forward. Basic form. So you're going to grab your 3 hands in. Hit here. And straight away he needs to be off. That point there. Okay? So this hand just casually takes it. But I have the elbow right there. Yeah, change partner. So it becomes very tight all of a sudden, yeah? But you need to stay very soft. Keep that fast. I need to be able to take it straight away. Yeah? Okay, you come in. There. Yeah. But it needs to be very casual almost, yeah? It's not like this, though. It's not this. And then you want to grab something. It's not going to work. You need to feel very... Like I'm kind of really doing very little, but the hand is just there. Versus trying to grab something. Yeah? Try a bit more relaxed. Otherwise, here, this technique becomes good. The slide across the very edge. Yeah? If the hand goes over, the direction also changes. Here. Then it becomes this. Through the grip. You see? Okay, so this is the same technique performed in 2 different positions. Yeah? So what we just did, okay, this, taking it, and then slicing in the weak area of his grip. There. And then it comes out there. Yeah? If you go above the hand, slightly offline, the weak area is here. And then you come up here. Okay? So I want you to play with those 2 techniques now freely. Right? So, and oh! Yeah, so you can mix them up. I try that. It's easy for you to take it. But don't leave them on the center and try to do the technique. It's very much too hard. Okay, so the main principle is to join and lead him away from his power. Straight away. Here. Yeah, and then this is easy. Yeah? But don't try to take it for someone who's in the solid middle at that point. Yeah, I tried it. I tried that. So everybody needs to work on this. I just want you to generate techniques freely. So if you only know just a few, the beginners just work with that. But just basically for 3 minutes. Yeah? And make each one complete. comes in, okay, just to the side. Just leading him out to the side. Okay, he comes in, okay, leading him out to the side. Here. Okay, so he comes in, okay, leading him to the side, and we're over here. So there are three things. Yeah? The first one is just this. The second one is just this. Yeah? The third one is just this one. Yeah? So these are a little bit longer each time. So just make sure that you just work with these three to get a feel for them, making sure every time that basically you're not doing this. Like, this is not a really good position. You punch me or grab me. I need to feel that every position, okay, I have his balance is off, his spine is off, and I have good positioning. So he comes in, but not this position here. Yeah? So just the balance straight in the awasa. Hi, try that. Really exaggerate the first part. Yeah? So strong balance break on it. Whatever technique you use. Yeah? Comes in. Okay, then really try and feel that what you do, what we've been working on the whole weekend, what you do here, you're doing from here somehow. So, that's all I need to do. Yeah? He needs to go up, I need to stay down. Yeah? Okay, so he grabs mine. Now really sort of feel that the elbow, his elbow is going to go up as mine goes down because the center drives it. That's all I need. Just that. This is basically enough. Yeah? Okay, try and avoid this. And then pushing into his strength here with the upper body. But roll underneath, take his elbow up, like that. Yeah? So this is the core of the movement. What you're trying to do is uproot someone. Yeah? So just do it with one hand, and this, for example, is like falling apart. Can't do it. Okay? Okay? This is too shallow, and this is I'm trying to push against him. So at this moment here, there needs to be a feeling of receiving him without pulling him. If I pull him, he just basically follows and sits down on top of me there. Yeah? Okay? If I just push against him, it's a competition of power. Okay? I need to unequalize the situation from the center. I think this is actually the most difficult technique in Aikido, Suwaiwaza Kokyo, by far, along with Ikkyo Urawaza. Yeah? This feeling. This feeling. And really try and notice that this can happen. This. But what I want is this. Yeah? Just try this. I need to be yin. I need to receive them on the end. It's not going to be yang, and I all of a sudden go yang as well against them. That's a collision. So there needs to be this moment of receiving. And as that happens, it gets drawn out. Yeah? And then I become yang as he becomes yin, and I follow him all the way down here. Okay, the feeling at this point here is that there's like a big net of heavy blanket on top of him. Yeah? The sensei would also make it clear at this point he's not resting with his head taking a break. Yeah? He's still there. And if he wants to get up, okay, the feeling is that I'm right there, yeah? But this is not over at this point here, yeah? So the technique continues all the way. The first thing is being able to switch the tables. He's down, I'm yin from the inside, follow, straight there. And I'm connected all the way through. There's no really coming out of this hand, yeah? But I'm not doing this, trying to push him down, yeah? So this is the full exercise in a way. So it's very difficult to do, especially this. Finding the hips and then sort of following with the extension there. Very easy to do this and push. Yeah? But this is actually what we've been doing the whole weekend, trying to find this connection. So in this case, it's the same as we've been doing for the last 16 hours. Okay, we're going to stop there. Come back. Domo, arigatou gozaimashita. Okay. so I'd like to thank Mark.
Take another one of this, please. Thank you.